So that is, we were discussing about that is in the whole drug development process, from starting from the drug discovery till the drug which reaches to the market. Very few of the molecules that reaches to the market. Okay, so next we'll discuss about the objective of this preclinical studies. The purpose of preclinical studies is to develop adequate data to decide that it is reasonably safe to proceed with human trials of the drug. That is, whatever the drug is being discovered, whether it is safe for human being, just to get the permission for the testing on human being. First, the sponsor has to generate a data that will show the safety of that drug and the efficacy of that drug on the animals, and this base data is being filed through INDA, and then only the drug can be launched to the human trials. Okay, so next is the 7 steps involved in preclinical trials. So first step in preclinical trial is identifying a drug target. So we all know that the drug target, it depends on the type of disease. Okay, so that is, it can be cell, it can be organ. Target can be either a particular organ, or it can be cell, or it can be tissue. Okay, so target, what is target? Target is the site where we want to where the action is required, we can say. Then next is the development, or develop a bioassay. Bioassay means if you want to do some testing, whether for the particular lead compound, what type of activity is showing. So this type of activity can be studied by doing different type of bioassay. Then screening the drug in the bioassay, then establishing the effectiveness and the toxic dose, and then file for the approval as a investigational new drug. Okay, so these are we can say, simply we can say that preclinical trial, it requires these basic 5 steps. Then identifying the target. So we all know that drug usually act either on the cell or genetic material in the body, and basically these targets, they are associated with the particular disease, or we can say the target depends on the type of disease. Okay, in the say for example, disease related to CNS, central nervous system, basically the neurons, they are the targets. Okay, then scientists use variety of techniques to identify and isolate individual targets to learn about their function and how they influence the disease. So it is for any, just to treat any disease, first we must know what are the targets. If we know the targets, we can know what type of compound it will act upon that particular target. Like for example, if we consider a disease that is LSD, that is lysosomal storage disorder. Lysosomal storage disorder is caused because of a particular deficiency of particular enzyme. Okay, We all know lysosomes, they work as a digestive bag in the cell. Okay, and more than about 50 different types of enzymes they are present in the lysosome. So say if particular gene is absent, okay, responsible for the particular enzyme. Okay, say if a particular gene is absent, which is responsible for producing a particular enzyme, then what will happen? Just because of the gene deficiency, that enzyme will not be produced in the lysosome. And basic function of lysosome is to digest. Okay, enzyme. What does the enzyme do? Enzymes, they catalyze the particular substrate. So what will happen? That substrate will reside in the cell for longer time, and the condition will come. Then what will happen? That particular substrate will be stored for longer period of time, and it can lead to the damage to the cell. Okay, so these are called lysosomal storage disorders. Okay, so what is the target in this particular disease? You know, the substrate. A particular substrate is the target. Okay, so in say for example, gangliosidosis is a particular disease. We can say gangliosidosis is a neuro uh, degenerative disease. In this, the neurons, they get degenerated or they get damaged just because of the storage of particular substrate in the cell. Okay, so gangliosidosis is a type of lysosomal storage disorder. So what will happen? Just lack of one particular enzyme, for example beta galactosidase, lack of this enzyme will cause neurodegenerative disease in a particular individual. So target, what is the target in this disease? Target is your substrate. If we are able to target, or if we are able to destroy that substrate in the cell, we are able to treat that particular disease. Clear? So this is one of the example which I have given you for treating a particular disease. So that is, we know that always a target is there which is associated with the particular disease. So I want to know whether this is clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So variety of techniques they are used to identify targets. For different disease, there are different targets. Then compounds, they are identified that have various interaction with the drug targets. Okay. First we identify the targets. Second thing is development of bioassay. So bioassay is a live system that can be used to measure the drug effect. तो हम कह सकते हैं what is bioassay? Bioassay is how we use a particular technique through which we can see the effect of drug. Okay, now the bioassay can be done either on the cultured cell or on the cultured organ or on the whole animal. So there are various type of bioassays. Like for example, for culture, cell culture technique, what we do, we culture the cell. Now these cells, they can be originated from human being. That is, we can take the human cells. Okay, we can isolate cells from the human tissues and then we can culture them through the cell culture technique, and then we can use these cultured cells for or to see the activity of the drug on the cell, or what type of activity this drug is giving on those cells. Okay, so this is called cell culture technique. For example, like if we have this anti-cancer drug, Then if you want to see whether it is effective on the cancer cell, what we can do is we can culture the cancerous cell in the lab, and then we can see whether the cell viability is there, whether cells they are being killed or not. So this is a one type of bioassay that can be done just to see the activity of the drug. Okay, so just to see the or just to measure the drug effect, we use different bioassay techniques. So cell culture is one of them. Then organ culture can be there, and it can also be done on whole animal. Okay, biological testing. So this is clear to everybody. So next example is zebrafish embryo. So zebrafish embryo is used just to see the effect of drug on bone density, on blood vessel growth, and many other systems. Why? Because the experimentation on zebrafish embryo is easy. Okay, and different type of effect can be studied, like bone density effect, blood vessel growth effect. This can be it can be easily studied on the embryo. So is that clear to everybody? Please tell
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
Okay, so we use different type of bioassay. Okay, these are the assays we do the testing on the biological system. It can be animal, it can be cells, it can be organs. Okay, so different type of studies there can be done through biological assay. Screening of the drug in bioassay. So this is the actual test of the drug on the chosen bioassay. It will determine if the drug is safe and if it is effective in the bioassay before it is being tested on human being. So basically, like for example, we do different type of microbiological assays. We do the microbiological testing. We do whether the drug is effective on the microorganism. We do the different type of study. Okay, so this is about the next is establish doses amount of the drug which is safe and what amount of drug is toxic. Okay, you must have heard about LD50, that is lethal dose, and LC50, lethal concentration. Okay, so in this particular studies, preclinical studies, most of the drug they have the effective level, minimum effective level, and the maximum effective. We can say the toxic level. So we just determine the toxic level uh, or the amount at which the drug will become harmful to us. Okay, so this is also determined under the preclinical studies. And last one is we file for the approval as an investigational new drug. Okay, IND. So IND must show how the drug is manufactured, what is the appearance of the drug, that is color, solubility, melting point, particle size, moisture content, and the other pre-formulation. That is, we have already studied in BPharm, I think fourth or fifth semester under the Pharmatech subject. You must have studied about the pre-formulation studies. So what are the pre-formulation studies? Studies done just before formulating any dosage form, we do the pre-formulation study. That is the physical, chemical, physiochemical properties of the drug. So why we determine all this? As we know that when we are using any new drug compound, and in case of preclinical trials, when we are taking any new drug compound and when we are designing any dosage form of the new drug compound, what we need is we need some basic properties of the drug, and based on these basic property we can plan or we can design a particular dosage form. Just we want to know whether which particular route and which particular dosage form will be the most effective dosage form for that new drug. So for this, what we need is we need to do some homework, or we can say we need to know the basic property of the drug. Basic property, that is solubility, then partition coefficient, then pKa of the drug, all this. So all the basic properties, they are needed before designing any dosage form. So uh, uh, the pre-formulation studies, they are also a part of the preclinical trials. Okay, so when we file this approval for the IND, the manufacturer or the drug sponsor has to collect the data about the new drug compound related to the physical chemical property, stability issues, stability properties, whether the drug is stable, and if it is stable, then which is the best stable form of the drug, all this. So then after that, the formulation is prepared to the pilot plant scale, and then we also analyze the purity, concentration, and the stability, all this. Okay, so that means here I want to say that while filing the INDA, various kind of information is needed. Pre-formulation studies are one of the studies or one of the data which is required for filing IND application. So tell me whether this much is clear to all of you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next we'll discuss the types of studies included in preclinical trials. Okay. So the studies which involved in the preclinical trials are like screening test is done, then test on isolated organ bacteria culture is done, test on animal models of human disease, they are done, then general observational tests, they are done, then confirmatory test and analogous activity test is done, mechanism of action is tested, then systemic pharmacological action is tested, the quantitative tests they are done, and pharmacokinetic testing is done, toxicity testing is done. So these are the various kind of studies, they are done under the preclinical trials. Okay, so we'll discuss few of them in detail. Like screening, first is screening test. These are simple and rapidly performed tests to indicate the presence or the absence of particular pharmacological activity. For example, analgesic and hypoglycemic activity. For example, that is first we do the preliminary screening for the different type of action. That is what type of action the drug is showing, whether it is hypoglycemic, whether it is analgesic or antibacterial, antifungal or antimicrobial, what type of activity the drug is showing. So this first it is performed. Second, test on isolated organ bacteria culture. So these also are preliminary tests to detect the specific activity. You want to test specific activity. For example, like antihistaminic activity, anti-secretory activity, or vasodilation, or antibacterial. So for that, what we do, we take a isolated organ. We take the organ, or we take the bacterial culture, and now in screening test, we usually first identify what type of the activity, pharmacodynamic activity the drug will perform. Okay, so very preliminary idea, very initial idea we get through screening test. Further, that is, after doing the screening test, we can perform the test on isolated organ or bacteria culture based on the first screening test. Whatever the model which we are selecting, either we can use isolated organ or we can use bacteria culture. It is based on the screening test. Whatever the result we attain on the screening test, we do this. So, like if the drug is showing any result as a antimicrobial action, then the antibacterial action, antifungal action activity can be done. Okay, so that is, we can say, testing on the bacteria culture or testing on the isolated organ or testing on a particular bacteria. All this can be the second step in the preclinical trial. Next is testing on the animal model of human disease. So in the animal model, such as this genetically say genetically modified animals, like what we do, we can generate the disease in animals, okay, through various means. Like first is the genetic modification. If we know that, for example, we were talking about the gangliosidosis. This particular disease is neurodegenerative disease. In this, neuron they get degenerated. Okay, so if we know that this particular gene is responsible for producing this particular disease, then what we can do, we can damage that particular gene in animals, and then we can create a model of that particular disease in animal. So in this testing on animal model, we generate the models, animal model. In the same way, we can generate the different type of cancer in the animals. Okay, just by introducing cancer cell, tumor cells, or we can say by implanting cancer cells into the body of animals. So we all know that we can even create diabetes in animals. So what we expect, we just create animal model, that is whatever the disease which are caused in human, we can create them in animal. So we can say that animal models can be prepared easily for testing the different type of drugs, and just to know whether the particular drug is effective in that particular disease in animal model. So clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then drug is injected in dripping dose to small group of mice which are observed for the effect, and preliminary clues are drawn from the profile effect of observation. So general observation, that is, these are the different techniques we use just to see the what type of effect the drug is showing. तो मैंने यहाँ आपको बताया, पहले हम स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट कर सकते हैं, फिर हम आइसोलेटेड ऑर्गन्स में टेस्ट कर सकते हैं, हम कल्चर बैक्टीरियल कल्चर पे टेस्ट कर सकते हैं, हम एनिमल मॉडल क्रिएट कर सकते हैं पर्टिकुलर डिजीज के लिए, और या हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम डायरेक्टली ड्रग को एनिमल्स पे इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं और उनमें देखें कि क्या इफेक्ट आ रहा है उस ड्रग का, वो भी हम करते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज confirmatory test or analogous activity. So the compound, if the compound found active are taken up for detailed studies for more elaborated test which confirms and characterize the activity. तो जैसे कि मैंने पहले बताया आपको कि पहले एक बहुत प्रिलिमिनरी स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट होते हैं और उनमें से हम स्क्रीन आउट करके वो कंपाउंड्स या कह सकते हैं वो लीड कंपाउंड्स सेलेक्ट करते हैं जो कि बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट्स दे रहे हैं, और उनको फर्दर स्टेजेस, फर्दर टेस्टिंग के लिए लेके जाते हैं. ओके, so other related activities are also measured like antipyretic, anti-inflammatory, analgesic and all. Then mechanism of action is studied, that is how the drug is acting or what is the mechanism. We all know that with the different drugs, they show the action through different mechanisms. Different mechanism is involved. Okay, so so this studies are also done. Okay. Next is systemic pharmacological studies. So, irrespective of primary action of drug, its effect on major organ systems such as nervous system, cardiovascular system, respiratory system, renal system, in सबको basically all they are observed. Okay. एक मैं एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगी यहाँ पे कि जैसे कि हम बात करें कि फॉर एग्जांपल अभी द करंट ट्रेंड इज ऑफ नैनो फॉर्मुलेशन. ओके, आज आप कोई नैनो फॉर्मुलेशन डेवलप करते हैं तो आप क्या करेंगे? सबसे पहले उसको लैब में फॉर्मुलेट करने के बाद आप उसकी फिजियोकेमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज डिटरमाइन करेंगे और उसके बाद हम क्या करते हैं? बायोलॉजिकल स्टडीज करते हैं. बायोलॉजिकल स्टडीज में हम कोई भी एक एनिमल मॉडल लेंगे और उसमें हम एडमिनिस्टर करेंगे उन पर्टिकुलर कैरियर्स को और उनको हमें ये देखना होगा कि वेदर दे वेयर दे आर गोइंग इनटू द बॉडी, व्हाट इज द फार्माकोकाइनेटिक पैरामीटर of absorption, metabolism, distribution, whatever regarding the drug as well as for the carrier, or depending upon that we can select say for example nano particles हमने एडमिनिस्टर किया और नैनो पार्टिकल्स एडमिनिस्टर करने के बाद हम रैट्स को सैक्रिफाइस करते हैं मान लीजिए, और रैट्स के सैक्रिफाइस करने के बाद डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स की स्टडी करें कि व्हाट परसेंटेज ऑफ दीज कैरियर्स दे आर प्रेजेंट इन डिफरेंट ऑर्गन. तो यदि हमें ये पता लगे कि आप एक बार एडमिनिस्टर करने के बाद कितना प्रोपोर्शन किस किस ऑर्गन में गया है, या बायो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन स्टडीज जिसको हम कहते हैं, और उससे हमें ये पता लग सकता है कि दैट पर्टिकुलर कैरियर वो किस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गन के लिए बना हुआ है या वो किसको एफिनिटी शो कर रहा है, किस ऑर्गन के लिए हम किस ऑर्गन को टारगेट करने के लिए वो पर्टिकुलर कैरियर हम यूज कर सकते हैं. क्लियर? तो आपको मेरी बात समझ में आ रही है? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So
yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो ये मैं यहाँ ये कहना चाह रही हूँ कि बायो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन स्टडीज एक पर्टिकुलर तरह की स्टडीज हैं. हम इनको कह सकते हैं these are the preclinical trials which are done on the animals just to know whether the new drug delivery system is performing, what type of performance it is giving into the animal model. For example, in rats, whether it will reach to brain or not, whether it is appropriate for brain targeting or not, whether it is appropriate for liver targeting, whether it is appropriate for targeting the bone marrow. तो ये सब हमें कैसे जानकारी मिलेगी? हम कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये कैरियर जो हमने बनाया है या जो हमने ड्रग है वो किस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गन पे एक्शन शो कर रही है, किस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में जाके एक्शन शो करेगी. क्लियर? तो ये स्टडीज करने के लिए हम डिफरेंट तरह के स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट, एनिमल मॉडल टेस्ट, आइसोलेटेड ऑर्गन टेस्ट, जनरल ऑब्जर्वेशन टेस्ट, कंफर्मेटरी टेस्ट, सिस्टमिक फार्माकोलॉजिकल स्टडीज करते हैं. क्लियर? तो ये सारे टेस्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, तो हम ये कहना चाहेंगे यहाँ पे